So I've been driving my 2018 Tacoma here for about 5 months. If you've been watching the channel, you know what we put this truck through. New motor, basically all rebuilt, bunch of stuff. But yeah, we got another issue, something that's been bothering me and irking me, and I just am too lazy to get around to it until today. But let me show you what's going on. All right, so my truck is a 6-speed manual, and on a manual, you're gonna have a couple more parts that are wear items, and 2 of those are gonna be the clutch and the flywheel, and also you're gonna have the throwout bearing. Those are all things that are kind of wear items that you don't have with an automatic, obviously. That would be the clutch throwout bearing, and I can show you exactly why. All you gotta do is come down to the clutch, put a little bit of pressure on it, and the noise goes away once that bearing's under tension. I got a new throwout bearing, and today we're gonna throw it in. Let's get rid of this squeak, because it's driving me crazy. So I've never taken a trans out of this truck. I took the engine out, but this will be a first. I'm gonna start with the shift lever and the interior pieces, since I'm not so dirty right now, and I know I will be later. And so let's just go and get started taking that out now. Something like that. That thing was really tight. All those bang shifts that I'm doing on this thing. All right, now what we're gonna do here is just find this little piece on the inside, and this piece actually pushes down, and you turn it counterclockwise, and it'll pop this whole shifter mechanism out. There we go. Boom. I did a great job of scratching this truck up. I always do. Yeah. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do here is separate these 4 bolts on the drive shaft. That way I can rotate the drive shaft and pull it from that way. Make sure that your truck is in, well, at least have your e-brake on right now. There we go. Come on. Pull these 2. Woo! Front drive shaft is the same. 4 bolts here and 4 bolts here. All right, next thing I'm gonna do here is disconnect the exhaust after the catalytic converters. I think I could snake the transmission out past these cats. I hope I'll be able to do that. But yeah, we're gonna give it a go. We wouldn't need to pull it unless there's, if this bend wasn't here, but that'll stop us from getting the trans out, so. And just for reference, I am going to be pulling it with this transfer case on. It makes it a little bit heavier, but it's a lot easier to do it that way, in my opinion. Okay, I got the clutch line pinched off here. That's what gives the clutch fluid. And that'll make it so that your whole brake system doesn't empty. All right, I'm gonna disconnect the hydraulic line for the clutch here. This is the clutch accumulator, and this is the slave cylinder. But a lot of people like delete this or something. I don't think I'm gonna do that today because it's been fine. But yeah, just that 1 bolt there. Oh my God. So that looks good. Now I'm gonna disconnect as much electrical connectors as I can, and then pull these support bars for the cross member, and then pull the cross member and let everything hang down a little bit. Then we'll be able to get better access to all of these bell housing bolts. And I highly recommend doing this. Just organize your bolts. Like, even put them in a Ziploc bag. That might be a better idea. All right, I got this jack holding up the weight of the transmission. You can see it's already separated a little bit right there from the cross member. So now I'm just gonna pull the cross member bolts, get this big piece of metal out of the way, and then lower this down to get all those electrical connections that I can't reach, and like wire clips and shit like that. All right, I have exactly 2 bell housing bolts in. Probably not where you want to have them, but it's not going anywhere. So what we're gonna do is throw this transmission jack, crank her up, and strap it down, pull those 2 bolts, and then yank this whole thing out. Let's see how it goes.
Have a beer.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right, there's our transmission all pulled out. There's our clutch. That's all new, so I don't even need to mess with that. All right, now that we got this big old son of a bitch out, I'm gonna go drink a beer. So the way that this works is you have your clutch pedal that you push with your foot, and that sends hydraulic oil to push out this piece, which in turn pushes your throw-out bearing onto your clutch disc and engages or disengages your clutch. So what we're gonna do here is pull off this arm and swap out the bearing real quick. All right, and then we're gonna take this bad boy, new throw-out bearing. Simple as that, boom. See how it clips in on the back here? And now this side clips onto here. And pop, and then there you go. All of that work just to replace this stupid piece of fucking trash. You're good. Oh.
Yeah, transmissions usually are.
Yeah.
That's me, because I was like, hipsters are haters. Like,
Nice. I think that's it right there. There's some bell housing bolts in this mug.
100%.
All right, last night I got all the bell housing bolts done and I was pretty dead, so I just stopped. But today we're gonna finish it up. I think I spent like 5 hours yesterday working on it. It's just something around there, including a taco break. So yeah, we're just gonna button up all the rest of the stuff, bleed the clutch, get the exhaust in, drive shafts, all that good stuff. And we should be able to hit the road. All right, I'm on the driver's side of the transmission right now, and I'm just putting all these bolts back in. These are 10 mils, and they hold this wiring harness back on. And this is like O2 sensor. There's like a reverse light and a couple other things. It's very simple, and it goes right back together. Also, you got the clutch line here that you need to tighten up. That's a 12 millimeter up there. All right, so on here you have your transfer case harness, and then up there you're gonna have a neutral switch, your O2 sensors on each side, and then on the passenger side you'll have your reverse harness right over here and another O2 sensor. And that's really all the wiring for the transmission. Put that in there. Get in there, you. All right, we're gonna bleed the clutch here, and let me show you how we do that. Make sure that your master cylinder is topped off. I'm gonna open that clutch line back up. It's the same thing as like bleeding car brakes. You have somebody pump the pedal, and you're gonna crack open and close the slave cylinder as you're bleeding it. Pretty easy. Usually just need 2 people unless you have a special tool. Down. Up, down, Time to get these drive shafts in. Okay, that's the front. It's a big old thing. All right, drive shafts are both in. Now to put the exhaust in. There we go. Okay. Ow! Take this guy. Got 2 pop rivets in the front and then bolts on the bottom. Okay. That looks about good. All right, I'm gonna start it up. I think it's ready to go, so fingers crossed it won't squeak anymore. Let's see. Oh! I hate moments like this. Well, it's all done. All of that work just for this one little bearing. As much of a pain in the ass as that was, I'm happy the truck is back together and ready to go. I'm pretty much done with this truck at this point. So I'm looking for projects. If you got something cool, unusual, 4x4 related that you're looking to sell, hit me up on Instagram, Mike's 4x4 Garage. That's my username. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If I can get you to subscribe, that would be awesome. Like and comment. Let me know what you think. Besides that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's go get a beer.